Hello guys, good evening, welcome back to yet another, I'm doing like a World Cup quarterfinals predictions, Chris Sutton's World Cup quarterfinal predictions, and then the World Matchplay draw for the Betfred World Matchplay, and then the European Tour starting this weekend, starting tomorrow. So 4 more teams will be heading home after the World Cup quarterfinals, but which 4 will be staying on for the semi-finals? But BBC Sport football expert Chris Sutton did pretty well with his predictions for the last 16, with Switzerland's penalty shootout win over Colombia the only tie to catch him out. Before you get into YouTube channel, please hit the subscribe button and please support the channel. It's free to do. So let's get this underway. But Ali found things harder, was wrong about Brazil's defeat by Norway and the USA's elimination at the hands of Belgium. For once, the users of BBC News Predictor Game did not take bracket rights, but they've also only managed 6 out of 8 correct results, which was, very spot on in my opinion. With 96 of this World Cup's 104 matches now completed, they still lead the way in the overall scores. Chris and Ali have both been right 61 times to 64%. But you are on top with 71%. Will there be any more surprises in the quarterfinals, which includes England against Norway and France versus Morocco? Ali's predictions has been generated using by Microsoft Klopp Chat, which simply asked the tool to predict the results of the quarterfinal ties. BBC Predictor Game all allows readers to pick a winner from each knockout tie. Starts tonight, about 13 more minutes. France against Morocco tonight. This has been a World Cup of surprises, but Ali's always does go for the obvious, doesn't it? He doesn't have opinions on the inside, and that's why it was wrong. Thought Brazil would beat Norway in the last round. I don't realise on algorithms, and that's why I got that tie right. However, while I'm brave when it comes to my predictions, I'm not stupid. Well, not all my way, or not all the time anyway, which is why I'm going for the favourites here. I have backed France to win this World Cup from the start, but I backed England to win the World Cup from the start, and I'm not going to change my mind now. Morocco are capable of beating them, but to do it, they'll have to do something that they have not done so far at this tournament, which is playing well for 90 minutes. They were really poor in the first half against Canada in the last 16, but they looked really lethargic. But they are a team who have spells in games where they looked a real force. But if they can start play like that again this time, then they will be in trouble, in big trouble. If they are the powerful side and skillful too, but the key forward for Aspinall Zimri's injury is a blow too. I'm not really sure if they can hurt France without him up front. We saw some real character from France to stay calm in the face of a provocation that they got from Paraguay last time out, and we already knew about their quality as well. But Desardieu came off the bench to make a difference in that game, which slows the strength. And they have, because of that, with Celebrity out, I'm going for France to take this one. I'm going for France to have too much for them to win 3-0. The aim isn't to be surprising, Chris, but the aim is to be right. And then tomorrow, Spain against Belgium. I thought Spain were miles off it in the final third against Portugal in the last 16. I was covering from Radio 5, and a big part of why they struggled was because Yamal was up against the Nuno Mendes and Cristiano Ronaldo in his last appearance, but did not have beating of him. Mikel Marcinho missed a good early chances for Spain. After that, they didn't really get going until 2 of their substitutes, Ferran Torres and Mikel Mourinho, combined to win it for them late on. And Spain still haven't concede a goal, which is impressive. But my prediction here is really based on me thinking they cannot be as bad in attack again. Belgium took USA apart last time out, and it's hard to read much into that because I'm not really sure if it was down to how bad the USA was on the day. Spain are obviously much harder test anyway, but Onana's injuries is a blow for Belgium's midfield. I just feel like Spain will dominate the ball and Belgium will have to play on the counter-attack. Will they hurt Spain? No. I can see them a goal, but Spain to win it 3-1. Will they be the first team to score against them? Yes, but no, I'm afraid. I'm quite surprised Belgium have made it this far, but they are not going any further. And then third up, and then on Saturday, I'm looking forward to Norway against England. England's 3-2 win over Mexico was probably the game of the tournament so far. I really enjoyed the resilience they've shown with 10 men. A lot of people just stayed up, 2 a.m. in the morning, but I watched some catch-up games on a Monday. But the subs coming in on, and John Stones blocking things, Damon heading every ball clear, and Jed Spence making some really important changes. This will be a different kind of test for Thomas Tuchel's side, but I think it will be just as close. Nyland has made some great saves to help Norway get past Brazil, but I've seen quite a lot of them and think they are a good side. Everyone knows about their star quality, Martin Odegaard and Erling Haaland, and after shooting down Brazil, I'm sure Haaland will have a big say in what happens in this game as well. His movement for his first goal against Brazil was just unbelievable. His contest with Gabriel was hyped up before the game, but Haaland won that battle hands down. Heading is not even among his best attributes, and he stays out Gabriel's headline. At this point, at the point cross was, played, anticipated where it was going, and defender got him nowhere near him. There are going to be some more goals in this game. It will not be a surprise if Haaland got a couple of them. England have not controlled the games where I think people expected to. We are England fans, but they have been a team of moments at this World Cup. In that, they have produced some moments of quality at the right times to get through. At the same time, though, I don't see Norway's defence keeping Harry Kane and Jude Bellingham quiet. If the game opens up, then England won't mind that one a bit. But I think there is more to come from their front players starting here. But I'm going for England to win 2-1. And then the last one, Argentina will face Switzerland. I never really thought Argentina were going out against Egypt, even at 2-0 down. But the holders are so streetwise. I've always thought they would find a way out of trouble. Lionel Messi might have missed another penalty, but he still did his bit. Apart from Argentina, the South American teams have been a massive disappointment at this World Cup before the tournament. I kept hearing about how dangerous they would be, but Messi and co are the only side left flying the flag. Even Argentina made hard work of both knockout ties so far. After struggling against Cape Verde in the last 32, then against Egypt, I think they will find this tricky too. Admittedly, Switzerland did not offer too much going forward against Colombia's, with Joan Manzambi out injured and Ruben Vargas only fit enough to come out in extra time. But the Swiss are solid enough, and I think their strong defence will make this closer than people might expected. I'm going with my heart here, really, because I want to see Argentina-England semi-final, but my gut feeling is Messi. I'll have another moment to send his team through, but Argentina to win 2-0. Right, that's my predictions then for the World Cup quarterfinals. Right, let's move on to the World Matchplay has been drawn out. The World Matchplay has really made, earlier, over an hour ago, Luke Littler will begin his defence of his World Matchplay title against Niko Sprinter in the draw of the showpiece of the event. Some are now confirmed for the World Matchplay. 16th seed Nathan Aspinall will face Joe Cullen. Josh Rock, Luke Woodhouse should be a great game because Woodhouse is in pretty good form. Stephen Bunting against Niels Zonneveld. Michael van Gerwen against Andrew Gilding in a repeat of the 2023 UK Open final. Chris Dobey versus Dirk van Duijvenbode. Again, this should be high scoring. Jonny Clayton versus Damon Heta. Gary Anderson, is he match ready? I'm not sure yet, but he will face Ryan Joyce. Luke Woodhouse versus Luke Humphries versus Cameron Menzies. Ross Smith, Kevin Doets, another one of the 4 debutants. Gerwyn Price, Martin Schindler, Danny Noppert, Rob Cross, Gian van Veen, Krzysztof Ratajski, Wessel Nyman versus Dave Chisnell, who just scraped in, of course. James Wade, Jermaine Watamina. James could be a danger. Ryan Searle will face William O'Connor. So, all starts on the 18th of July. And then the 2026 European Darts Open will... This is the last chance of people before the momentum of the world. Players will need the momentum before the match play. So Gary Anderson, Ryan Searle, Gerwyn Price have withdrawn for the event, but all eyes will be on the match play for Anderson, Searle and Price. But they have been replaced by Robert Owen, Max Harp and Dominic Grulich from the reserve list. The first release, Michael Smith rejected the opportunity to play, but he will not be at the match play either, as is Peter Wright, as is Daryl Gurney missing out, Kim Hybrex misses out, Białecki and Karol Sedlacek. There's so many players. Matt Dedeker missed out as well, the former World Grand Prix champion. So it's going to be interesting. So that's my videos then for the World Cup predictions, quarterfinals. Leave on comments below, and the Betfred World Matchplay draw. Leave on your comments below, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, peace out.